Hello students, today topic is metals and non-metals class 8 ninth dated 7th month 2020. Subtopic in this introduction and physical properties. Introduction and physical properties. Right? Class 8. So 1 to 1 will start discussing the questions. Question number 1, give examples for various metals which are using every day in our life. That is question A. Question A, question B, question C, question D we have, right? Question A, give examples for various metals which are using every day in our life. Iron, gold, silver, platinum, copper, aluminium. So many examples like this. Various metals have various importance. For example, iron. Where do we use this? Making steel for constructing buildings, for making pillars, for making beams, beams, for making slab beams. So we were using steel. Steel consists importantly iron along with carbon, of course. Important material is iron. So why do they add carbon to the iron? To prevent the rust, to maintain long last, that's why iron plus carbon was used. And what other metals? Gold, silver, platinum for jewelry making, different ornaments. Next, aluminium for motor vehicle engines and automobile spare parts like engine parts, body parts of the car, okay, any motor. Next, copper for making wires, electric wires. Aluminium also for making electric wires. In household purpose, copper was used for making electric wires. But for long cables, for big cables, aluminium was used to making wires. Next question in this B. B. Do you think that that steel is a metal? No. Steel is a mixture actually. It consists of carbon and iron. Carbon and iron. Iron placed with a major portion, carbon is placed with a less portion. Carbon plus iron is a mixture of steel. So I told you already importance of steel for making large constructions and heavy bridges, for making constructing houses. We use steel lot of amount. So across world, more demanding for construction is only steel. Next, do all metals looks alike? No, some metals will shine like anything, very, very, very brilliantly they will shine, and some metals do not shine. So, for example, aluminium, gold, platinum, they'll be brilliantly shine when light fall on it, when exposed to light, right? Iron, suppose, when exposed to light, it never shine like gold, silver, platinum, aluminium. So, very weakly brilliant. Of course, we can tell many other metals also do not shine, but if you understand easily, iron I am taking as an example. Next, do all metals shine? Do all metals shine? Some metals are never be shine through. So some metals never be shine though we exposed to sunlight or any light. But some metals will brilliantly shine because nature of metal to metal will shine its shining nature. The nature of metal, the nature of shining nature will change metal to metal, right? No, all metals can shine brilliantly, right? Next, do they break easily? Metals, can you able to break easily? Not all metals can break easily. For example, if we take iron, no, with our bare hands it never be broken. With suppose sodium, potassium, soft metals, sodium, potassium, somewhat magnesium, calcium, we can easily break with our bare hands because they are all soft metals. Since they are behaving as soft metals, can break easily. But when you talk about gold, silver, platinum, lead, okay, lead, copper, they are all very hard. Manganese, cobalt, nickel, they are all very hard. Cannot break with our bare hands. Only metals like sodium, potassium, soft metals, magnesium, okay, calcium, they can easily break with our bare hands. Right. Next, question number two. Question number two. Which metals are used in making jewelry? Why? Which metals? You all pretty well. Which metals comes under making jewelry? We are all familiar. We are all familiar that gold, silver, platinum. Generally, we and somewhat little copper also, and platinum. Somewhat technetium also. They were being used for making jewelry. They do not have any chemical reactivity with the atmospheric moisture or water. Okay, they are highly resistant to doing chemical reaction with other things like air, with moisture, with water. They never do reaction with those things. Hence, they are very stable with reactions, chemical reactions. Hence, they'll be long last. Okay, they have more price in the market, and moreover, they'll brilliantly shine. It gives very attraction to the peoples who wore the jewelry. Gives more attraction. Gives special attraction for the peoples, and moreover, it doesn't react with moisture, water, air. That's why these metals are choosing for making jewelry. Next, question number three. Metals, whether physically solid or liquid or gas. Which metals we can tell physically solid, liquid, gas? Right, I can tell you liquid metals we can tell as mercury, okay, gallium, cesium, rubidium, francium. I repeat, mercury, gallium, cesium, okay, rubidium, and francium. These are the metals which are in liquid state. Next, if we talk about solid state, many metals are there. For example, iron, cobalt, nickel, platinum, manganese, okay, palladium. So many metals, iron, all examples comes under solid. But no metal was so far. No metal was in gaseous state, vapor state, gaseous state. Right. Next question. Fourth, what is lustrous material and non-lustrous material? Okay, the metals which are able to shine, which are able to shine brilliantly. Okay, itself when light falls on it, which are able to shine, they are all lustrous. Which are not able to shine, non-lustrous. Suppose diamond, if you take diamond, it never be a metal, even though it brilliantly shine. It brilliantly releases rays from it. When light falls on it, automatically it will release some kind of light from it brilliantly. It propagates to all directions. We can see various colors, uh, but but it is a non-metal. But it is a non-metal exceptional case. So some non-metals also brilliantly shine like metals. Example, diamond. Okay, I told you already copper, silver, gold, platinum, aluminium, somewhat magnesium. Okay, they'll brilliantly shine. Even sodium, potassium also. Sodium, potassium, they comes under very soft metal, like cake-like experience. While cutting it, you will experience that while we are cutting the cake. Okay, we experience that while we are cutting the cake. So sodium, potassium, okay, they are very soft metals, right? And they will brilliantly shine. Okay, non-lustrous metals, iron, non-lustrous, iron non-lustrous. Okay, iron comes under part of steel, steel not non-lustrous. So you can tell many examples: manganese, okay, lead, Okay. uh, Zinc, it will be lustrous. Zinc, white color, it will be lustrous. Mercury, liquid metal, never lustrous. So likewise we can able to distinguish many metals which are lustrous, which are non-lustrous, by physically if you observe, right? Physically if you observe. Next, question number 5. Sub- Separate the following list of elements into metals, non-metals, and metalloids. Metals, non-metals, and metalloids. This is our question, right? Iron nails, it is a metal. Copper, it is a metal. Zinc, metal. Sulfur powder, sulfur, phosphorus, they are non-metals. Aluminium, metalloid. Remember, aluminium, metalloid. Everybody says aluminum is a metal. No, it strictly comes under part of metalloid. It has little non-metallic character, but majority metallic character. Little it has non-metallic character. Okay, hence aluminium oxides are amphoteric. Aluminium oxides are amphoteric. What does mean amphoteric? Has both properties, acidic property and basic property. Okay, aluminum is a metalloid. Major portion it occupies metallic nature, less portion it occupies non-metallic character. Next, carbon, no doubt non-metal. Magnesium, metal. Iodine, non-metal. Silicon, remember metalloid. Silicon, metalloid. So there are 5 questions we have been successfully discussed. Okay. Further queries, you go through the textbook and go through some question bank from the our material, right? So you have to understand every question and answer. Thank you, students.